another episode of John's Journeys. Today we're traveling to the ancient city of Smyrna. The most efficient means for getting there, of course, is the travelator. Everybody pretty much knows that. Just make sure you use caution when exiting the travelator as recommended in this next video clip.
Caution, you are reaching the end of the travelator. Caution, you are reaching the end of the travelator.
Okay, just in case you missed that, let's try it again.
Caution, you are reaching the end of the travelator.
The extra security in the airport affords me a measure of safety for making a secret video of Jan. She can't bring in guns or knives into the airport, so there's little danger of serious injury, but there's always risk when you secretly record her, as you see here. Izmir, Turkey is a very modern and metropolitan city on the coast of the Aegean Sea. The city changed its name from Smyrna to Izmir in about 1930. It's now the capital of the Izmir province and the third most populous city in Turkey with about 3 million residents. The city's a little bit older than most cities in the United States with about 3,000 years of recorded urban history. Until the 1923 population exchange agreement between Turkey and Greece, Izmir had a very large Greek population. I discussed that agreement in my last video log about the village of Sorince. Ancient Smyrna is located in the heart of the modern city of Izmir. This was the location of the second church from the book of Revelation. John the Revelator wrote his shortest of the 7 letters to Smyrna in Revelation chapter 2 verses 8 through 11. Smyrna was one of 2 churches that John commended without condemnation. My podcasts on February 11 and February 17th of 2024 talk about those verses. I can see why John commended Smyrna. Even today, the people are very friendly. They even walk up to you in your car and visit with you when the traffic lights are red. The city is also very safe, as evidenced by the police car in this photograph. Notice the make of the vehicle. It's a Bentley, one of the most expensive cars in the world. We saw the same thing in Istanbul. These are your Turkish tax dollars at work. We stayed in a very nice hotel within walking distance of the harbor on the Aegean. It's the perfect hotel for people who need to take and make telephone calls while using the toilet, as you can see. By the way, that button to the right of the telephone is not the light switch. If you push that emergency button, a nice receptionist from the front desk will call and ask you if there's an emergency. We have first-hand experience with this. So the hotel lobby had this rather interesting piece of artwork. It kind of reminded me of those living trees in The Lord of the Rings for some reason, or it may have been that Goregnek in Galaxy Quest. I couldn't be sure. I'll give you just a second to look at this to get the full effect. After we got settled in our hotel room, we took an evening stroll down to the harbor to have some dinner. We didn't have the courage to eat from this street vendor. I'm not sure what he was cooking. It may have been oysters or some kind of seafood, but I wasn't brave enough to give it a try. The sun is now setting over the city of Izmir. It's a pretty sight to behold as you look out over the Aegean Sea. And as the daylight begins to wane, we see the lights of the city begin to shine, including the stoplights that, interestingly enough, the poles of the stoplights turn red or green with the light, in case, I guess, you have inattentive drivers who aren't watching closely enough for the little red or green light in the circle. You get the full effect by looking at the light pole. I woke up early on our second day in Izmir to watch the sunrise over the sights of the city. This bronze statue is the Ataturk monument erected in 1932. It's dedicated to the Turkish War of Independence that occurred after the Ottoman Empire was defeated in World War I. This brought an end to the Ottoman Empire, the Ottoman monarchy, and the Islamic Caliphate. The equestrian rider on the statue is Mustafa Kemal Ataturk, the founder of modern Turkey. The reliefs in the monument depict scenes of war. During my mining constitution, I came across a couple Turkish dogs. Now, it's not unusual to see stray dogs running around, or most of the time they're just lying around, not doing too much, but one of these dogs took an instant liking to me after I growled at him.
This is a very friendly Turkish dog. Okay, yeah, it's all fun and games until somebody gets their arm bit off.
After I admonished the dog not to bite my arm off, he seemed to be more interested in chewing on the bottom of my shirt, which I guess when you think about it, it's a better solution than him chewing on my arm, but I'm sitting there wondering and questioning myself, how am I going to explain to Jan that I got all this dog slobber all over the bottom of my shirt? I'll just deal with that later. The sun's coming up. It's a beautiful day over Izmir, and it's time to start getting ready to head off to the Agora in ancient Smyrna that I'll show you and talk about in my next video log. So thanks for watching, listening, liking, subscribing, and all that stuff. I'll see you in the Smyrna Agora, where we can look at a bunch of rocks together.